Hi, this is Wade Harvey at idealprogrammer.com. I wanted to take a moment to talk about the philosophy behind the website because I think this might help you to get motivated and to understand how to best utilize the site. In philosophy, there's a lot of talk of ideals. There's the talk about the ideal of equality, justice, and so forth. We talk about political ideals, religious ideals. They're everywhere around us. But what is an ideal? Let's look at this. An ideal is just a mental picture for how we think something ought to be. For every actual object, there's a mental picture of what we think that object ought to be. That's all an ideal is. It's very simple. And we compare that mental picture to the actual object to see how good the object is, the actual object is. And we feel a tension between the actual and the ideal when they don't match. Now, Michael Faraday began talking about field theory many years ago when he just tried to describe the tension between the two poles of a magnet. In field theory, this feature of there being two poles involved is referred to as bipolarity. When we're talking about ideals and actuals, these are the two poles. The ideal and the actual are the two poles, and the tension that is between them is like the tension between the north and the south pole of a magnet. Now we can reduce the tension between the ideal and the actual by taking action. This action needs to be massive, needs to be organized according to a plan, and it needs to be intelligent. It can't just be any action, random action, and it needs to be executed according to that plan. The idea or concept of ideal and actual also applies to our individual self, and it's actually creates the strongest source of tension in ourselves. By strongest, I do not mean the most intense. I'm referring to the most enduring. It's more subliminal. When our basic needs are frustrated, these can produce more tension than the tension that the more subliminal tension between ideal and actual self. But we always come back to the more enduring tension. When we're angry, we might blurt out something, but then later on, when that intensity subsides, we realize, oh boy, I wasn't my ideal self. Or if we're we sometimes do things when the hunger need is frustrated, and or when we're sleepy and tired, or when we're under financial stress. But then later on, we realize, oh, we weren't living up to our highest ideal, and that's producing a tension in us that's greater than. The website provides us a mental picture and action steps that we can take. By watching the videos and surrounding ourselves with experts, Microsoft experts in the field, we eventually build up a mental picture of what an ideal programmer would be. We have a broad view of the entire field, and then we can use the Streamlined Syllabus to allow us to take steps and monitor those steps to help us become more like the ideal. Let's take a moment to look at the Streamlined Syllabus. Okay, when you come to the idealprogrammer.com website, the first thing you'll see on the home page of the site is this table of all the video series. And if you click on, you'll see that the syllabus spreadsheet is highlighted. If you click on that link for syllabus spreadsheet, which I'll do now, it'll bring up a page which is actually just my Google Docs. And let me expand this. And on this first page, you can export the spreadsheet to your own Excel spreadsheet or to your own Google Docs if you want to monitor your progress. And what you'll find on the first page is just an overview of all the video series. It's divided into Streamlined Syllabus, which is the basic 160 hours or whatever. And then you have the advanced video series, which is another 145 hours or whatever. But for each series, we'll see at these headings that describes the number of hours of video available. And then you can keep track of how many you've watched, if you've rewatched some. And you can monitor how many DVDs you burned. I like to burn DVDs because it allows me to decouple myself from the computer and listen to the videos in other areas of the house, watching TV or whatever. Now at the bottom of the spreadsheet, you'll find these arrows that allow you to scroll back and forth to the different individual series. And we'll just pick Modern Software and Development in Visual Basic, the second one. When I click on that, that brings up the individual video titles for that series and how many minutes each video is. And this is where you would track whether you've watched that individual one. So this is provides you a way to monitor your progress as you're watching the videos, and it's highly recommended that you use the spreadsheet approach. Thanks for watching.